this started? We should be good. Hello,
Yay!
everybody. Hi, I'm here with Jessica Porter, one of our members in the Oasis Box. And she's here to share with us a little bit about her experience as a mom. And as you can see, she's in her classroom. So, as well as a teacher, maybe we can hear about that from her as well. So, welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Exciting, exciting. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your life, as a mom, as a teacher.
Yeah, so I am a stepmom. I have three older children, and then I have my daughter who is, there's a big age gap. And so I have her, and I teach second grade, and just busy, busy, busy. But I like to find things to do with my daughter that are easy, but also educational. I very much am a teacher mom and always looking for those teaching moments at home too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and we all do. I think like even the moms or dads and parents who are not really teachers, um, having kids is all kinds of teaching moments all the time, right? And we shouldn't, as parents, really be relying too much on like for everything on the school and the teachers because we have a role too, right? Yeah, and I'm sure that you agree with that. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
my husband and I were just talking about that. And that's one thing with the Oasis box is I knew that I needed to supplement some science for her.
Hmm.
And that I like gardening and I felt like it'd be a good place to start doing some science with her.
Right, awesome. So, but why gardening, right? Because science you can do in a lot of different ways as well. I know, like obviously I'm biased. I know how much it connects to science and all that. And as you know, we have a lot of material that connects to science in the Oasis boxes. But what about other things? Like, because, well, parents could be thinking, yeah, I can supplement science with other things. What is it about gardening or growing food that you think is beneficial?
For me, I enjoy growing and it's magic. I love putting the seeds in and I wanted her to see the magic of growing.
Right, right.
Magic of watching a seed grow and seeing what a little seed can become and how it all works.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. I think it's Audrey Hepburn who said, "Why?" Like I'm gonna completely butcher the quote, but she said something like, um, "Why try to explain magic to your children when you can garden with them?" or something like that. And
Right. Yes.
yeah, and that's totally correct. That's totally right. And how did you come across Oasis Box? Because there's all kinds of different free material online that right
I
that you
like
can.
I like subscription boxes and
Oh,
I've done a couple with her that I like for kind of more social studies and stuff that way. But I actually set out to find a kids gardening box. Like I was
oh,
Googling,
interesting.
looking. There wasn't a whole lot, and then that came up in one of my searches as I was looking through it, and
Yeah,
this is
it's
exactly what I want.
awesome. It's unfortunate that there isn't a whole lot, right? People might be thinking, well, she should be happy about it. Like, I should be happy about it that I'm almost the only one doing this. But that's not really true. I'm really not happy about it because we really need more people doing this, right? There's only like as you know, we're closing the doors to Oasis Box. There's only so much capacity that we have, and there's so many kids in this world that need this type of thing. So I wish there was more, but yeah, as of now, unfortunately, we're the only ones that I know of who's doing something like this. Now, why subscription boxes? Like, what do you like about subscription boxes?
I like having little surprises, and one thing I really like about the Oasis box. So we started it in the summer, and of course, in the summer I have all the time in the world to kind of figure it out. We did so much with it, made kind of gotten in a routine, made sure that we were entering the contest every month, and then school hit.
Right?
And we started the school year 5 days in person with an online option. And so it was long days away
Mm,
from my daughter. And I remember it was like the first week of school. I got home and I was just exhausted. And we got our Oasis box. And I opened it up and there was a game. We love the games. Everything, it must be so much work for you.
Well, we love
Pieces are,
doing it. We love doing it. Yeah.
all of the pieces are cut out. Everything we need is there. And just a very special, I think I posted about it too, because it was just a special moment to sit down and play with her for the evening and talk about the gardening, but to play the game and the cooperative games. So we don't have to fight about who's winning and who's losing and throw the game when we lose.
That's right. That's so sweet. Yeah, I did see the post and you know, that's exactly why I do what I do. Like seeing, and thank you so much for sharing. You've been very active, like, entering to the contests and everything. That's very much appreciated. When I see the pictures of the actual things that your kids have grown, that makes my day. But yeah, that special post was really, really warmed my heart. It's really good to know that this is not just for the kids. The parents can actually enjoy it and have a kind of like a shared experience about it. And yeah, so spoiler alert, in the April's box there's going to be another board game. so so I know that you love them, and you know what? You're not the only one. A lot of our members really love the board games. Yes, a lot of work goes to it, but again, feedback like this is what we do, why we do it for, and the learning that comes with it. Obviously, we love that. Yeah, so thank you for that. So I guess we did talk about a little bit about why you made the decisions. You actually Googled for a gardening.
A kid's gardening
Kids garden.
subscription box. Yeah.
That's interesting. It's
I
very
was
interesting.
searching for it.
Right. Beautiful. I'm happy that we were there and you found us in the search. So, um, so can we talk about a little bit about like if when you wanted to do gardening with your kids, and you looked for a subscription box, what did you have in mind in terms of what did you want? Like what problem or challenge did you have with your daughter in gardening and the idea of doing it with her that a subscription box like this would solve for you? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I enjoy gardening, but I am not an expert. I have so much I need to learn. And just like when I'm teaching my second graders, I have to be an expert in order to really pare it down for a child. You have to know so much about it. And I didn't know exactly where to start with that. And so in the boxes, she and I learned together a lot of
Right.
it. And there's a lot of things in there that I probably never would have chosen to grow or to try. And so it's new for both of us, but I didn't know where to approach it to introduce it to her.
Right, right. So I guess the step-by-step guides are really helpful in that manner. Yeah, and what we choose is usually the seeds and everything is based on the season, and we also have, the kids in mind in terms of it being fast, giving them a fast result that actually encourages them instead of discouraging them and, getting them sad about waiting a long time and things like that. Yeah. So I guess that's
When I first purchased the box, I was looking for growing, like seeds and growing and knowledge. But I think it became so much more than that, with everything that's included, that the growing wasn't always the biggest part of it. It was the learning and the games. And she has taken that knowledge into so many other things. Even now we're talking about garden heroes and we find bugs and she wonders if it's a pest or a hero. And she talks about all of that stuff throughout all of her other things as we read and explore the world
oh,
together.
how lovely. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. Yeah. It's not just about like because growing, it's about nature, and nature connects to all kinds and sorts of things, right? And yeah, oh, that's so nice to know. So nice to know. Okay, so if you were to pick one thing out of everything that's in the box that you really absolutely love above and beyond everything else, what would that
It surprises me, but I think I love the games the most.
be? Okay.
Because at first I may have even kind of rolled my eyes at the first game. I'm like, all right, it's a game. Let's pull this out, see what it is. But let's get these seeds in the dirt.
Right.
But even after the very first game, they're really well done with a lot of information and very fun cooperative ideas.
Oh, that's awesome to know. Okay. Yeah, no, everybody, that's why we have so many different things because we want to, first of all, address the needs of different ages. Yeah, right. And at the same time, like different kids and different parents like different parts of our boxes. When I'm talking to other members, there are other pieces in the box that they love the most, right? But yes, actually, the games have we've received a lot of really good feedback about the games as well. So yeah, it doesn't so much surprise me, but yeah, everybody thinks okay, gardening and growing, and that's another thing. Parents think, okay, so I can go and get the seeds and do it myself, right? But again, the boxes, as you said, are much more than just planting a bunch of seed. And they're themed, right? So and everything goes in together with the theme. A lot of learning experience. So that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve, and I'm so happy to hear that.
Well, I know some moms use or some families use it with homeschooling and that, but for me, I'm away from my from home all day long, and it's so I don't have the time to look up in the information and make it child friendly and get all of the materials. So to
Right.
have it there ready for us to do together without having to search it out.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, and you know what? It's interesting because you as a working mom look at it this way, but I've been hearing from my homeschooler moms and dads as well that because they're doing everything themselves in terms of their kids' education, that's a lot of work for them. And
Mhm.
this would be one item that they don't have to worry about and research about and all of that. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm hearing this that it is helpful, to
Mhm.
all kinds of parents and all that. All
And
right.
you mentioned it before. I do like the online community,
Hmm.
especially with COVID when we were inside so much, that able to show her other kids that are doing the activities and growing and have her be excited when she's not the winner that month, but be able to do a congratulations for another child that she's seen grow as well.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I really love it as well. So selfishly, because when I go in there and I see all these um, things that are happening and the members actually communicating with each other and congratulating each other and helping each other out and all that, and I'm always in there trying to help if there's a question and things like that. But yeah, it's a place for me to go and have fun and relax a little bit and be happy about the beautiful pictures and things that
Mhm.
are happening as well. So that's awesome. Okay, so if there are parents out there who are on the fence about joining the Oasis Box, because as you know, we're closing the doors, and the reason we're doing that is that I have so many good ideas. I mean, I think they're good. We'll see about that. About other things that I would like to include in the boxes, but when I don't know my numbers and people are joining right at the last minute, there's always this fear that what if I run out of the material, right? And I don't want to say no to anybody, and then it gets complicated. So we were running around last minute, especially last month. It was like there were some of the boxes that I was like, oh my god, this was put together in a rush, and I hate to do that. I really would like to put all the love and the packaging. I want it to be done nicely and all of that. And when we're running around last minute, it's really difficult. And there are some items I want to include in the boxes that I have to pre-order, right? Months in advance. And when I don't know how many, then I'll definitely run out, right? So that's the reason we're closing the doors. But if there is somebody sitting there thinking, should I join? Should I not join? What would you say to them?
I would just say the value for what you get, because it's such a low price point, but the value and the connection you can make with your children is so worth it to even just try it. Just give it a try, jump in for a couple
Yeah.
of months and see how it goes. And That's what I did. I thought I'll just jump in for a couple of months, and here we are several months later and still
Right.
excited every
How many
time we're
months is it? Like you're an all-time member of ours. I think I think for a year or a little
I think
less
it was
than a year
pretty
maybe.
close. It was probably about June of last year, so
Yeah.
close. Our key ring is getting filled up with our garden talk questions, and our stickers are all together.
That's awesome. That's awesome to know. Yeah, and you know that members can always cancel, and we will have a wait list for the few that do cancel. We have a 96% retention, which means most of the parents who join us really love it and stick around, which is really awesome. But yeah, there's always if they join monthly, they can always cancel if the kids weren't into it because it happens, right? It happens. Not I mean, there's nothing in this world that is for everybody, right? But if they can try it, as you said, then they'll know for themselves, right?
I definitely just say it is so worth it. It's
Thank
so
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.
each month. I cannot believe how much work you have put into everything, and I'm always talking. I'm always bragging about, well, Maggie, look what Maggie did in we call it garden club. Look what Maggie did in garden club this month, or look at the game and all the little pieces that are all ready to play.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's what I want to hear. And thank you so much for being so kind. Thank you for, spending the, tired hours of your day at the end of the day as a teacher with us. I really appreciate you and thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you or to help out. I really do think it's worth it, and it has really been great for us.
Absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you later.
See you.